Thanks again. Pleasure to be with you for joining me on another installment of Dismantling Race. Today, we're going to focus on the process. We're going to focus on exactly how to go about changing your race, class, caste. All the same thing. Your race started with the social security number. That is your that is your identification number. The most important number that you have associated with you and your identity. And so every time you fill out an official piece of paperwork and you have to put your social security number on there, you know it's official. You always feel a certain type of way about using your social, because you also understand that for someone else to possess your social security number could be used for identity theft. So the social security number is the most important number associated with you and your identity. It also is the birthplace of your race. One good thing about this government is that they hold your official contracts for you. And you can go down to any Social Security Administration office. And I believe they have them in every state and every county, if I'm not mistaken. They have to give you access to your contract. They're holding it for you. And you can go down there and you can correct it, because you did not know that filling it out as black meant you were lower class. And you know that you ain't lower class. You know that you are not a slave anymore. A voluntary slave you are as black, but not anymore. So when you go down to the Social Security office, you want to correct your contract. And there's a couple ways you can do this, depending on what jurisdiction you're in. For some reason, I hear closer to the hood, the government employees, are a lot more misinformed than the ones in other jurisdictions. But what you want to do, and my process, let me tell you how I did it, and I instructed people to do it because I thought it was very, very empowering to do it this way. So I'm going to give you two different ways to do this. When I stood in line, they asked me what I was there for. I told them I'm here to correct my form, my SS5 form. They said, sure, no problem. At the time, I was going to get a name change also. I was getting the EL put on my name. So I was getting the EL put on my name, EL, and I was getting the race. I was changing my race. And so she asked me, what do you want to do? And I gave her the paperwork that she needed to see for my name change. And it's not even a name change, an addition added to my name. And then I said, I also would like to change my race. She said, sure. No problem. What would you like to change it to, sir? I said, white, please. She said, okay, no problem. Without batting an eye or anything. And so just to make sure that she heard me correctly, I said, ma'am, this is a big day for me. Not only do I have a new name, an addition to my name, but I also changed my race today. She looked at me, snickered. I snickered back. Have a nice day. I was just another customer. Now, most of the people that I have do it, they come back with similar stories. One guy say, it cost me more to park, and it took me longer to find parking. And so That's one very, very good story I heard that of the ease of doing this. And then I had one friend who said that he went one place and they tried to tell him that you can't, you're not supposed to do that here. And he went into another jurisdiction and it went just as smoothly as we always said, as we talk about it, as my experience went. And so one way is to talk to the intendant, tell them exactly what you want to do, and they fill it out and keep it moving. Now, for anybody who bumps into an agent who is trying to tell you that you need to go to vital statistics or trying to point you in another direction, what you want to do is you want to get a physical SS5 form. Fill it out from top to bottom, your name, everything. Make sure you correctly put your race as white and sign the form and give it to them. Now, there is no question about what you're here for. You don't have to talk about explaining anything to them. You filled the contract out. You correctly did it. When you submit it, believe me, they got to go down each number just like you had to go down each number when you filled out your form. 1, your name. 7, I believe, is the ethnicity. Same thing in the computer. And so when they get the race, they will have to put white. You will get a new social security card and you will be white. You will be an American citizen for the first time. And let me tell you something. Every single person that I know that has done it, either way, they come out changed. They went to the belly of the beast with their new education on their identity and how important it was to be in the right class, caste, race. And you will feel like a winner because you will know that the power that they used to hold over you, when you accepted black, you have defeated. Contracting is very, very important in this country. They do not teach you this in school. We do not understand the power of our signature and some of the contracts that we put ourselves in. But understand that because it's such an important and early contract, the most important number associated with your identity, then trying to do different other things on top of that will really have no bearing unless you change that. If you're going through other redemption processes and trying to be in commerce and doing this and that, and your social security number bears that of a slave, how can the laws of commerce work for you the same? Just like in America, when you call yourself black and then you argue about how the law for you isn't the same. Well, no, because you chose black. And this is a white country for white people. White law. And it can be your law if you voluntarily leave the plantation. And so this is your ticket off. And it's free. And that's why the gurus and everybody else are not talking about it. If they do know, maybe they don't. And the master teachers, I don't know if they're talking about it. Even the Moorish Science Temple, who know that they not black, I challenge them. Have you gone down to the Social Security office? Because your own IDs and your own paperwork is cool, but if your social still has you as a slave, then what does it matter? You don't need a new ID. You need to change your class and your status and your caste and your race at the most important place to do it at the Social Security. And now you don't need your own ID because you'll be white in the system. Your driver's license will automatically update for you. And you will be white. Just like the noble Drew Ali has always told you that you were. You were not black. You must be white in this country. And now you will have fulfilled the prophet. If the prophet was here, noble Drew Ali was here right now, and I say the prophet, if he was here right now and he understood now that it's voluntary, this is the easiest thing to do. We wouldn't need him anymore. I believe you won't need me anymore once you go down to the belly of the beast. Change your race, caste, class. Become an American citizen for the first time. Please comment on my post of how it makes you feel to know now that this country is yours. Now you have a home. Now I have an indigenous claim. Now the United Nations Declaration of Rights of the Indigenous People becomes your constitution. This is your redemption, and it is free, and it doesn't take long at all. We should be going down in the bus loads and becoming American citizens. We should take off. We take off work for a whole lot of stuff. Take off work and go become a citizen. Free your kids from perpetual low status because they can't do it for themselves. They can't contract yet. So save your kids and explain to your kids that they are not black because people are not colors. Explain to your kid that actually white means citizen, and now you have become a citizen. And have your kid challenge some of these Europeans who think it's anything different. Take away the power of white supremacy and whiteness. By joining it, you will take away the power. We can do it. And just like I always say in almost all of these, just remember Jeezy. All white everything. You thought you was waiting for Jesus. You was supposed to be you waiting for Jesus. It was Jeezy. And you about to miss him. His message is all white everything. I say that in jest, but again, thank you for your time.